Welcome back. Mission 3, you're going to want to equip Agni and Rooter with Beowulf alongside Ebby and Ivory and Spiral and Swordmaster your style. Anyway, welcome to your first actual mission that's not just one long fight. However, I'm not quite satisfied yet, so we're going to do an immediate 180 to return to the front of Dante's destroyed office to fight these guys for style points. Start charging a DTE and taunt as soon as they spawn in to get a D rank, then beat up the left in front of you, preferably with a crazy combo. Wait for everyone else to crowd around you and DT. That should clear everyone out, save for one or two guys occasionally. Just go kill them. Optionally, you can do like I do here, which was totally intentional, and go read the lore for that very much needed sweet flavor text. Shoot the Wrath. Decide fighting a DT Lust is not worth it, and leave! Head back to the avenue. Start charging a DTE, duck under here to avoid getting hit by the Enigma arrows, and then quickly run forward while it's loading up the next volley. Look both ways before crossing the door, let everyone gather around again, go out in the street, jump and DT, collect the orbs, go back down the street, and shoot the Wrath, then go towards the door and beat up this guy if you wanna. Careful though, as anytime they come out of the wall and swing their scythe, that does count as an attack, and you will take damage from it. That's why we stopped to look both ways before. Gotta be careful out here. Anyway, head inside. Destroy everything in the bar for orbs, including the barrels up top for the green orb. Read some more flavor text, which was totally as intentional as the last time. Okay, now let's talk about the gimmick of DMD. Enemy DT. I know, 3 episodes in and we're only now talking about DT. Yeah, I get it, but we had other things to discuss. Now, there are 2 ways an enemy can enter DT, either by living for long enough or by watching its friends die. Buddy thinks he's the main character and getting a power-up is gonna save him. If 3 or more enemies spawn in simultaneously, that is called a wave. If you kill 2 of the demons from that wave, all the other ones left alive from said wave will automatically DT. Now, this is not good for several reasons. 1, they take much less damage from all attacks, and 2, they get a massive amount of hyper armor, or super armor, depending on what you call it, which means they don't take hits done as easily. See, when you hit a demon, most of the time they will stop whatever they are doing and recoil back from the attack, leaving you free to wail on them. However, when they DT, they will straight up not care and shrug it off. So if you want to interrupt a demon attacking you by hitting it first, that won't work. They'll keep on going through with it. However, they are not completely immune to getting staggered and knocked down. It just takes longer and more hits. Now, each enemy has a stun threshold, and each attack you do has a stun value. I'll put a link to a sheet of stun values in the description if you're curious. So all you have to do is reach the stun value on the enemy, either by using high stun value attacks or multi-hitting moves. Examples include most of Cerberus's entire moveset, a good portion of Agni and Ruder's attacks, playing Nevin, the kicks on Beowulf combo B, or directional attacks like Stinger, Straight, High Time, Beast Uppercut, or even Helmbreaker. They all count as 2 hits, despite only being 1. Basically, if it looks like it hits multiple times, it probably does. Then they will stagger and get knocked down. Now, the safest way to do this is at range, by swap canceling Spiral or Kalina Ann. Kalina Ann is especially effective as I believe it has a higher stun value, also because the blast radius hits multiple enemies. There are ways to somewhat circumnavigate DT altogether, such as using DT to instantly delete all the spawning demons at the same time. In addition, you can get each demon to low HP before killing one, so it will take less time to kill the others once they DT. And that's about it. Now smack the wheel behind these things as per family motto, head in here and destroy all the overturned furniture and start charging a DT. Now, it's time to beat up some guys in the club, and we're gonna start with the Sloth. Just double jump here, lock onto the Sloth in the middle, and use Twister to knock them all down, and do so repeatedly until dead. Remember to throw in a taunt every 3 Twisters to keep up style. Now, head back to the runway so the performance can start. But before that, let's talk about these guys. Lust, one of the most annoying enemies in the game. And that's saying something, let me tell you. They have 3 moves. And I bet you're thinking, only 3 moves? That's not so bad. Wrong! Now, first move, they will backflip and scream, which sounds like this, into a dash strike, which can be jumped over. The second move is this little run up they do to get closer. And for the worst thing they have, the luster cut. They will do the run up, but instead of merely getting closer, they will launch up in the air and swing their scythe upwards. Now the problem with this attack, it comes out frame 1, which means there's no wind up for it. As soon as they decide to do it, unless you predict it or see them coming in time, they will hit you. Don't jump too early though, or else you'll run out of iframes and be hit when they fly up. However, don't jump too late, or else you'll get hit because it comes out instantly. Oh, and also, if they're close enough to you, they can just do it immediately with no running start. So you literally can't tell what's happening until it's too late. Have fun with that. Also, they're straight up pricks. One steps on Dante's pizza in the Mission 1 end cutscene, and just to add insult to injury, he scuffs his foot around it. I mean, who does that? Now imagine all that, but they're DT'd and uninterruptible while doing it. Yeah, there's a reason I've been telling you to hard target these guys. Anyway, back to it. Let all your adoring fans get up close and personal, then double jump and DTE to kick things off with a bang. Be careful when jumping near the pole or you'll start spinning around it. And you don't want to do that just for these guys. That costs extra. Anyway, hopefully that should take care of most of the lust. If there's one or two left, just focus them and move on to the sloth. Like last mission, try to isolate one in a corner and hit it mostly uninterrupted. Now DT'd sloth are very tanky, so it might take a bit to kill them. I recommend using real impact. But hey, upside to taking a while to kill them, you should be able to get plenty of style points. Just listen out for the scream of another trying to teleport attack you. Now that this fight is wrapped up, jump up here to grab this green orb and head outside to cause even more property damage for monetary gain. Go to the divinity statue and grab Cerberus. Your other weapon doesn't really matter as long as it has the ability to double jump, then head inside the entrance. And welcome to your first real boss fight! We're gonna cheese it. Fido here is all bark no bite. And I mean that literally. We don't have to worry about any bite attacks, but when he starts roaring, well, that's a different story. Anyway, roll on over to the left side of the arena and use Ebony and Ivory to blast off all the ice on the 3 heads. Target switch between the heads by clicking in the right stick. Now that all the ice is gone, target switch to the rightmost head and start switch canceling spiral. The reason why we do this is to try and target the yellow head, and if we're lucky, the bullet will go through the other heads as well. Now, since they want to know if we're human or not, let's show them the most human thing you can do. Shoot a big gun at your problems until they go away. I'm not kidding, that's the actual strat. Now they will occasionally swap around the middle head position. Each head has its own special attack, so when this happens, the main one you gotta worry about is yellow. When its eyes flash and it roars upwards, icicles will fall down on top of you. When this happens, use Ice Age to shield yourself. Don't forget to mash the style button to extend the length of the shield. In addition, sometimes the icicles will push you to the right, so just roll back to the left. Anyway, when they change head position, sometimes that will change your lock-on target. Just swap back to the rightmost one. That's usually yellow, which is good because each head has its own health bar, and we want to destroy yellows, so he can't do the icicle rain anymore. Also, the other thing you gotta watch out for is the blue one's ice beam. When he does that attack, just swap to your weapon that has an air hike, double jump, and shoot Ebony and Ivory to extend your airtime, and you'll be fine. Once you land, swap back to Cerberus. Don't worry about having to deal with multiple attacks at the same time, by the way. They only take turns attacking, unlike a certain other 3-headed boss in this series. They will, after a set period of time, reapply the ice. Just shoot it off again, rinse and repeat until dead, and there you go. They can't do anything to do. What a lousy performance. They're definitely not taking home first place anytime soon. Finally, don't forget to pause to take a break and rest your thumbs. Don't want to lose those things. You'll be needing them later. Oh, and fun fact, depending on which head is the last one not destroyed when you kill them, it's the one that will appear in the cutscene after. Pretty neat, huh? Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye!